Hello, welcome to the Just Rewind podcast, where we bring context to culture. I'm your host, Kobe Taylor. In this show, we'll explore what it is to be a creator and bring new ideas for what it means to be an artist. We also hope to create connections and the opportunity to learn something new within our society. So sit back, relax, and just rewind. I think we're just going to start. We'll let them talk. It don't matter. Welcome to the Just Rewind podcast. We bring context to culture. My name is Kobe.
Rockland, a.k.a. Your Dopeness.
And we got a big-time guest, man. I met bro in the gym, singing loud, dancing in his own vibes. Real cool dude. Boy. So introduce yourself, man. Tell people who you are.
My name is Flahn, mainly the artist, Mr. Arbe, Minneapolis Arbe.
Man, you always been good energy, man. Every time I talk to you, you've been real, you know what I'm saying, happy, like shaking hands, asking me how I'm doing. And we talked last week. You told me about your event. I was like, bro, that's fire. So I want to get you on the show. I want to talk to you about it. Man. And so, you know, like I always do it on my podcast. I start off with the early life, where you come from, and your background, all that fun stuff. So, you know, where'd you grow up at? What's early life like? I kind of have an idea, but
I grew up in Minneapolis, but I was born from West Africa, Liberia.
Okay.
But I grew up here. You know, I left Liberia in 1998. I was like 10 years old. But as a youth, I grew up in America. You know, Brooklyn Park. After high school, I was in Connecticut for like 13, 14 years. And I finally made it back home to make art. Yes. Yeah.
What was it like in Liberia growing up? Were you always in something creative as a kid? Were you always like trying to draw something or into music? What was it like growing up back then?
Being in Liberia, I was more in survival mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go to school. I was in school for a little bit, but I got taken out. So I had lots of playtime, but I was also in survival mode. I mean, you're a child, so rather whatever's going on, you're gonna find something to play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in survival mode the first 8 years, for the first 10 years of my life, I was in survival mode, right? And I spent a lot of time in my imagination, you know what I mean? Seeing like the airplane flying, you're going to America, you know, because you want to leave where you at.
Right.
But I was in survival mode, but I just spent the majority of my time just playing and trying to look up to the next day.
So what was the transition like coming from there to America? I mean, just the culture shock of all of that.
Yeah, it was a huge culture shock actually coming here. Seeing all these black kids, you think like they're like me, and they're like, nigga, I don't know you. You know what I mean? These niggas was mean. It was not friendly at all. Like, you know, it was not friendly. I'm a very friendly individual, right? Being that I was in school, like the social life was a little different. You know, I'm very friendly, I'm very outgoing, and it wasn't jacking that at all. So that was like a culture shock to me. I was getting a lot of fights. You know, like I said, I don't like bullies.
Right.
You know, so you try to bully me, don't go outside of recess. We're gonna fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna fight. I would tell you don't go for recess. I know that's a threat, right?
Right.
Somebody gonna snitch. So I was going through all that. So for the first year and a half, I was fighting. Like I had to fight to, you know, get respect. You know, so yeah, that was that. But for the most part, I made some friends, you know, some enemies. But a lot of friends I made here. Yeah.
You think it's because, you know, people just they fight against what they don't understand? Like they didn't understand you. So they want, you know what I mean? Like I think everybody had a bully growing up.
Yeah.
And I think it's because like for me it was jealousy, or it was they don't understand why you move the way you move. Yeah. And it's kind of just like if people taught their kids or taught people to act in general, just mind their business and take people who they are. Yeah. Went off all these confrontations. You know what I'm saying?
So in Liberia, right, it was about class and tribalism, right?
Yeah.
So my father came from he was like high level government, right? But I was born in the slums. So you either you in like upper class or you lower class, right? And I'm at the very bottom, right? So I dealt with that, but I didn't care because, you know, I'm from the slums, you know what I mean? Everything is like, I don't know whether I'm poor or rich or not because I'm a kid, right? So, but you know there's classism going on, whatever. You come to America and then you start dealing with racism, right? Prejudice, right? Discrimination rate, you know, kids picking out colors, like pictures in the book. oh, do you eat that in Africa or whatever? Do you fight lions and stuff like that, whatever? Or they call you African booty scratcher. Or this our, you know, I learned what gay was. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I mean, you being too friendly. Oh, this man gay. You know what I mean? And whatever gay was, I don't want to be that, right?
Right.
So all those things you just kind of you learning, like dang, like it's moving so fast. So
that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's hitting you every day with every something corner. Different.
And I'm like, and I'm getting a lot of fights. That's one of the reasons I was fighting a lot. You know, because a lot have been thrown at me, and you have nobody that's like ushering you right in it, right? That's somebody that's like Liberian can actually usher you in, and because you know I didn't stay within this box. You know, our parents, oh, stay at home. No, I'm gonna go outside and play.
Go outside,
right? Yeah, right.
See some things.
Yeah, so nobody's like in the middle to actually kind of guide you to actually let you know what's really going on. And so I was just being here with everything, you know, different cultures, and you know, you thinking people that are Hmong, you thinking that are Chinese, that they're not. That I'm not Chinese, like you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's Laos, there's Hmong, there is what's it called? Like another various groups, whatever, right? So a lot is hitting you all at once, right? And you just don't know how to take it. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yeah. So that was like my first 3 to 4 years here, you know, as a young kid from Liberia.
And was there like a big, like being in Minnesota, there isn't a big, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is there a big Liberian culture?
There is, but like at the early stage was here, but a lot of us was in denial that was actually born in Liberia because you don't want to be associated with that. Oh. Yeah. A lot of the early 90s people, you know, like I said, classism, right? Don't be like, all right, cool, we upper class, whatever, we've been here longer or was born here, and you know, so you make fun of you. So, you know, if you got the thick accent like I had at the time, still have it, all right, cool, well, you get treated a certain way. You have to adhere to a certain, you know, you're being influenced to do certain things. I mean, it's like
assimilating, basically.
Yeah, you have to assimilate. If you're not assimilating so well, whatever, to kind of cash you out. And I'm like, cool, well, I'm not getting out. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm very rebellious. I'm not doing that. So yeah, I dealt with that a lot too. So I didn't really hang out with a lot of Liberians. The younger kids, whatever, yeah, but the adults, the families, nah, I wasn't doing that because I didn't fit in. Remember, I'm from the slum. Those rules don't apply to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't play by those rules.
Right.
So to this day, I don't play by those rules. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't play by those rules at all.
You have your own, you know what I'm saying? You do your own thing. You play your own rules.
Yeah, I don't do the group thinking. The whole group thinking thing, I don't do it. And when I used to like be affiliated with gangs, whatever, and with that, it's like it's about respect and love, right? With me. And it's like, y'all gonna do that for what? What reason? What we doing this for?
Right.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
I'm cool.
You know? Yeah. So like, and with that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I don't do the group think. I don't do those.
So growing up, was it in America, and like, what was school like for you? Was that also kind of like just like the education part? That was probably tough too, because like it's like just like you're getting hit with our culture, you're getting hit with our education. It's not the same everywhere, right? It
was the same because like I have not figured out at that point, right? I didn't figure out how I learned, right?
Okay.
As a learner, I didn't figure out how I learned, right? And you know how what the Einstein said, right? He said if you measure a fish by ability to climb a tree, my thing is dumb, whatever. Right. So that was me, right? Here I'm this freaking genius, right? But like, nah, climb this damn tree. And it's like, I don't do that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and then you start feeling inadequate, this and that, whatever. You start feeling doubtful of yourself, you know? But I'm very resourceful. I know how to figure things out. If you put art in front of me, I'm going to figure out how that circle goes in that hole, whatever. Right. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. Right. But yeah, so through art is how I learned. I didn't figure this out until late in high school.
That's what I was going to ask. So so as a kid, what were you interested in it as far as art? Was it just like drawing pictures? Were you into like anime type stuff? Like what were you first kind of doing as a kid that led you to understand like, okay, this is what I'm going to do when you're in high school? Like, how did that transition, I guess? You get what I'm trying to ask?
Well,
I don't know.
So I've always been very expressive, right? I've always been very expressive, but when I came here, right, Dragon Ball Z was like my blueprint, right? I'm gonna draw Goku, right? I'm gonna draw him, like I'm gonna. That's what I started with, tracing Goku and basketball art in sports Illustrator.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And was it Illustrator or Illustrated?
Was Illustrated?
Yeah, Illustrated, right? So I would trace those images, whatever, and draw them. You know, so that's how I started actually just gonna expressing myself. Or they might have contests, you know, to draw this picture, as you see. So I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I started.
So and then like when you graduated, like did you go to from high school? Did you go to like art school or did you like leave Minnesota? Like what did you do after?
I left Minneapolis. I went to after high school. I left. I went to Connecticut,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was supposed to go to school at the New England Institute of Art.
Okay.
But I got convinced to stay in Connecticut because it was supposed to be this grand help for me, and I was sort of lied. So I got stuck there because I wasn't coming back to Minneapolis anymore because there was like it had nothing here. As an artist, right? You know, being Liberian, there was no access to the city,
Mm.
right? And you don't have, like I said, there was nobody that in the middle that can actually guide you, that know you, right? That can actually be your guide to help you get resource. And I raised myself, right? So
Right.
the fact that going to college, I didn't know how to fill out the financial aid thing, you know. So I was like thrown to the wolves to kind of survive on my own, you know.
It's crazy how like, and it's pushed like I don't know how like you're probably around my age, but it's pushed on everybody at that time to go to school, go to
Yeah, yeah.
college. But yeah, they don't tell you how to do stuff like that, financial aid,
Nah, nah.
or like how to make sure you're setting yourself up to take classes that will
Yeah.
get you to where you want to go to, in the future. You know what I'm saying? So like even me, I didn't know any of that stuff. I just applied to college and got in and figured it out as I went.
Yeah.
And so like there's not a big blueprint for all that.
No, there was not. I mean, it's like based on relation. All right, so I'm not gonna sit here right saying like I did not get help, but like the people that were responsible for me, there wasn't adequate enough to actually help me. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
yeah.
Like, know what I mean, because there is always help, right? But until you have that relations, or I have the questions to ask, you're never gonna get that help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is always help. There's always
That's
help.
true.
Always there. You know what I mean? But it's like if I'm responsible, like right now, right, I got nephews, right? As I'm growing up right now as a young man, I'm learning for not just myself, but my nieces and nephews, right? And the kids that are behind me. So whatever question they have, I have to be able to answer it, right? Or I gotta be able to call you, Kobe. Hey, listen, bro, I got
Right.
my nephew, he want to do media, he want to do podcasts. Oh, boom, you know what I mean? I have to figure out, my job is to go hunting for the information. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't have that, you don't have that person that take responsibility, just want to be this authoritarian over you. Is that, bro, then what are you just gonna watching me? I should not go past this red tape. You know what I mean? Whereas whether to go back and get information to make it easier for me because I'm being ushered into the world. So
Yeah.
that's what it is. I did not have whatever. So the help was there, but nobody else was like being responsible other than, oh, I'm gonna give you, we'll do grocery, stay home. You know what I mean?
Right,
Oh,
right.
that is not it. You babysitting. You know what I mean?
And also, like, how do you know? Well, how do you know to ask the right question? You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like,
exactly.
that's
You
a
know?
big thing too.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta know where to ask in order to get the help you need.
Yes, you know.
So, man. So were you? So it's so like, So in Connecticut, were you getting paid after art out there, or were you like, what was going on there? Or were you just trying like in survival mode out there?
Survival mode, bro. Survival mode. The internet leveled the playing field. You know, because
Okay.
yeah, it leveled the playing field. So like, you know, as an artist, right, it's all about in this whole world, right? It's about credentials, right? It's about who knows you, who has vetted you, and who can trust your work, right? So you know, everybody want to try to pimp you out. Oh, do this for me, I'll put you on. Do this for me, you know what I mean? This one I want to
Yeah,
see
right.
this, and eventually
Right.
you be like, nah, I ain't doing that no more. Okay, at what point, like, what's up, like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Into this day right now, right? I'm having an art show. Yo, what's going on, bro? Can you and nigga looking your text like you crazy? Like, damn, bro, I thought you was my man. Like, I put the work in for you, right? What's up? You know what I mean? I had to like step out and be like, you know what? Forget it. Nobody's coming to save me, Flahn.
Right.
Nobody's coming. Yeah, I sold seeds or whatever, but I had to go out there and broadcast my work, right? And say, hey, I'm available for commission, right? So I started painting. I started making money like that, you know what I mean? Graphic design, stuff like that. But more so with the art thing, people didn't believe in me. So I started painting the kids. And I figured out it's more niche, right? Every woman think a kid is beautiful.
Facts.
Every woman think a kid is beautiful, right?
Facts.
I don't care. He could look like a freaking dragonfly. They gonna compete. Yeah, right. They're gonna compete, right? So I paint mine too. So when I started doing that, oh my boy, it was like,
Smart.
I was hitting them, right? And every girl thinks she's pretty too, right? When you pin that pretty girl, oh, They wanna be seen. Started paying that too. You know what I mean? I'm getting commissions left and right. Oh, I love black women, bro. They support me. I love my sisters, bro. Oh man, they took care of me, bro. Women, period. But like meaning them, whatever. When they see you doing something positive and you speaking light and positivity, man, they want to get behind that. Right, they don't waste no time. Right, they want to be mommy or a big sis, whatever. They don't show love. You know, Mr. Arbe too, so they want to show love too. So yeah, like majority of my support is like women, right?
That's hella dope.
Yeah,
that's what
bro.
you want, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's like how I was making money with my art, doing a lot of commissions, right? Being commissioned and telling good stories as well in my work. You know, yeah. So that's how I started back in. I started making money more in 2014.
2014.
Yeah, with my art, 2014, 2015.
And then that's when you kind of turned up the social media stuff more?
Yeah, I was just using it for just like provoking thought, you know, just being a bully online. But when I started painting faces that people are familiar with, it just kind of took off like that. You know what I mean?
So what would you say your art form is? Like if someone's like, how do you paint? What do you paint? What would you tell them?
A lot of it is figurative, you know what I mean? But now it's being more expressive than anything.
That's what,
you know, yeah,
but
a lot of it is figurative for sure. You know, it's very figurative. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of faces, a lot of
beautiful
beautiful faces.
Yeah, a lot of faces.
Man, his artwork is crazy.
Yeah, a lot of his faces, bro.
And what is your process like? Do you wake up at 6 a.m., like drink, like get after it? Or is it like at 10 o'clock? Or is it when it hits? Like, you know, everybody's different.
So the process is right. So like now I wake up at 10:30 every day. My alarm goes off, or I might wake up probably 3 hours before that. So based on when I go to bed. If I go to bed like around like 12 o'clock, I'm gonna be about 7:30. If I go to bed at 2:30, I'll be about 10:30.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So when I get up in the morning, make my coffee, say my prayer, you know, do some worship in the crib. Then I'll try to come outside, you know. I've been going to the gym later rather than earlier.
Okay.
You know, then I just go out there and just mingle and engage with the world, right? And there's like other rituals I do as well. So I make some phone calls, you know, I tap in with people here and there, you know. Then after that, this is all before I paint, right? So along the way, you're kind of collecting data, right? You know, you go just like on a regular day where I'll go out, I'll go for a run. If it's early in the day, I'll go for a run. Then I'll hit the gym. Then I'll do dinner, I'll make a phone call here and there, whatever, handle some business meeting, you know. But then it's like, all right, cool. I ate the frog off my plate, right?
Yeah.
And I prepare myself to go at home to meet the muse. My girl's gonna be at home, which is the muse, right? She's gonna show up at a certain amount of time, whatever, which is like around like between 7 to 9 o'clock, right? Then I'm locked in, right? Then the camera's already been primed already for me, right? Then I'm being very intentional about the work that I want to do. You know what I mean? And then every resistance that is there has been cleared out throughout the day. You know, because I engage with it. I'm moving to it. You know what I mean? Then eventually I might start painting around like probably around 10 to 12 o'clock. Then by like 2:30, I'm done. 2:30, 3 o'clock the latest, I'm done painting. So that's like my process. You know, so if you see me out, you know what I mean? I might be taking a break, you know. So I have like a certain, it kind of varies. I mean, I have various ways that I go about doing it, you know, but yeah.
Is routine just like a big thing for you? Like you have to stay on your, like for me, I'm like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need to keep on my routine. My routine gets fucked up. I'm fucked up. Are you kind of like that?
And
you're flexible. Obviously.
I'm very, very flexible. I'm very, very flexible. Yeah, I'm very, very flexible. You know, because I can't be too rigid with it. You know, because like, all right, cool. Because your brain is like so smart, it can catch on right to the thing you're doing, right? So you got to switch it up, right? So like, even sometimes, right, I gotta change the route that I'm running on. You know what I mean? Because I want to go. I might go towards St. Paul, or I might go the opposite end. I might go to downtown. You know what I mean? I gotta switch it up because it becomes very boring after a while. You know what I mean? Like eating like the same food over and over again, right? So it's like, nah, I gotta switch it up. You know? Yeah.
No, I like that. I agree because I am big on routine, but I will stop at routine if it gets boring.
Yeah.
You have to switch it up
because your brain's not really growing. You know what I mean, it kind of knows what it is you're doing. You know, at that point. So you know, if you're to grow, you gotta switch it up.
If you stay on point with your routine, you can stay on point with your passion.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, bro,
I like that, bro.
Yeah.
So what is something like you would like to see as far as Minnesota, as far as the art community? What would you like to see change?
I like to see for people to be more courageous. Stop hiding behind this veil. Be yourself. Be more authentic. You know, in who you are. You know, stop self-deprecating. Yeah, I see a lot of that. You know, because a lot of people are so intimidated by me when I show up, and they feel exposed. It's like, why he's so confident? Why you ask all these questions? Just be that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you have more of that, everything changes, you know? So, and it starts with each individual realizing who they are and what it is they could do. Because you're only triggered because something in me that's triggering you that you want, that you're not activating, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of triggering that. So I love to see that, you know? And I have to remind myself of that always because sometimes I might get caught up in trying to reduce myself to appease others but then I'm realizing that they're triggered. You know, they're triggered by, you know, my enthusiasm. They're triggered by my courage. They're triggered by my boldness. They're triggered by how I present. It's like I'm shining light on that darkness. It had nothing to do with me. So why am I lowering that? Why am I lowering that? You know, people are triggered. Like, you know, like I was telling Sam earlier, like I'm very balanced in my energies, right? My masculine and feminine, right? And for the longest, I suppressed that, right? To appease a certain people, right? And now you gain label, you know, as a man, as a beautiful man, right? You know, we were gifted with masculine and feminine, right? And the feminine, imagine your feminine energy to power, right?
Yeah.
But you were suppressing that power because you don't want to be labeled as gay. Right. You got certain mannerism, right?
Right.
Suppress it because you don't be labeled as gay.
Right.
But whatever that's my preference, I'm just this thing that's presented. Yeah, I am who I am, whatever, right? And I'm still trying to figure it out. But before you even get to figure it out, you're being labeled that, right? So now I'm embracing that more and more, you know? And it's dangerous. I'm fucking dangerous right now. I'm killing it.
But also, if you think about it, like, don't you want to be resourceful and be able to dabble in both sides to be able to communicate? Like, even if you're going to try to sell anything, and even being a diplomat, you're going to be able to understand the other side to control the conversation.
Thank you.
Control the situation.
Thank you. And that's who I'm at right now. I'm so fucking diplomatic. I realize that the more I embrace that, I became more diplomatic. I really have. You know what I mean? I really have because I had to embrace the opposite side of me. Yeah.
I feel that. I feel when you start accepting yourself for whoever you are, that is a power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most people don't know who they are, man.
They don't know who they are, you know what I mean? And also disclosure, right? I have no disdain towards anybody that is a homosexual or whatever. I have nothing like that, whatever. It's just something like, you know, the ones that are questioning, right? I represent them as well. Right? Because while you questioning, come out, nigga. You know, so I to like be who you are.
Yeah.
Be that, right?
Yeah.
And even the guys that are not even gay, whatever, can't even be themselves because they look like they're
afraid.
Yeah, they're afraid to be labeled, whatever. So like, you know, that's some conversations I've actually had with my brothers, right? Because some of the ones that are actually not fully out, they're like, damn, like they're stuck because they're so afraid. And some of them even think like, I'm on the other side, like, nah, bro, I am who I am, embracing that, right? But there are labels that they push you in this category, right? And you automatically think in your mind that I'm there. It's like, nah, bro, I'm dismantling that thought process. You know what I mean? So yeah, so overall, bro, like, you know, just be yourself. Be who you are. Show up as a true, authentic self in whichever way you decide that.
Yeah.
It's not to appease me or me, my bottom line, right? Show up however you want to be with her, right? And eventually when you're happy with it, stick with that side. And eventually, and then also you can kill it when that imagery or who you be no longer serving you. You don't have to be that thing almost, because that old you is gonna die out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can only be the best you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what you worried about?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
You stepped out. You commissioned your artwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're doing events. You're shaking hands. You're kissing babies.
Yes.
And you couldn't do that if you weren't being your authentic self every day. And that's what we were talking about. Like, bro is saying as long as he wants from the gym, not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. And I looked at you and I was like, that's dope. That's what I thought. Like, having a good time. I was smiling. I was like,
bro.
I like that.
And it's like, but when you are who you are, it allows others to be themselves, right? It gives other permission, right? Because you are a symbol of permission. We all are.
Yep.
Right. If I can't see it, I can't be it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Literally. So that's what it is. I look to be a symbol of what possibility looks like.
if you're a light, you're shining a light in everybody.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know, that's real spiritual, but that's how I feel.
No, I agree.
I feel like if you are coming with good intentions, anybody you talk to, you'll get your blessing some way.
Nah, facts, you will.
And like how I hear your process with your art, like you just went and did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what my podcast is. Like I always tell people, if you got something you want to try, go try it.
Yeah.
And try it. And if you fail, it just means you failed at that time.
It's research and development, bro.
Say it again.
Research and development.
Yep.
That's what it is, bro. People doesn't want to fail. People don't want to fail at all. They just want to get it like right. It's like, bro, you gotta suffer. You
gotta suffer.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in this world who's been a champion who never lost something. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Mayweather, right? But other than that, not many people who are champions like go their entire life winning. Yeah. Win and take an L.
But even Mayweather to get to that point, he had to take a couple punches to the face. You know?
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like he took a hit.
Mayweather took some major losses. That dude, best friends died. Like he took major losses, and like there's a reason why he wins. When he wins, like it's from pain. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That man passion, you might mistake his passion for ego, but it's all pain.
Right.
He been doubted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that you want to doubt me? I'm going to slaughter everything that you put in front of me.
Right.
I'm going to kill it. Don't doubt me. That dude never had no sponsorship.
Nope.
None. Mm-mm. Nobody want to bet on him.
Nope.
He bet on himself.
He did.
Bet on himself. Nobody want to touch it. He bet on himself. That's just a king, bro. You know what I mean? Nobody want to endorse him because they don't want to look like, oh my God, I'm endorsing an abuser. Like, y'all want to do that? All right, cool. I'm going to get rich. Yep. I'm gonna be rich, and he gonna talk that. Mm. Oh, be humble. No, you can't be humble. Like, you know what I mean? Because I did it myself, whatever. Right. I'm gonna go to God. You know who I am, whatever. But I'm not here to appease you.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So that's why he decided I'm not gonna. I mean, that's why he won others wins or whatever, but he lost, and people doubted him.
He did take L's.
Yeah, he took a lot of L's.
Yeah, he did take L's. Everybody takes L's. So, and so that's why. I'm big on like what you're talking about. Your shirt, like say that for the people who really can't see it, man.
Generational wealth starts with healing.
You have to, and you only can heal if you take an L.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but like more so facing yourself, facing your shadow self,
facing your demons.
Yeah, facing your demons. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's really it. I mean, if you can face yourself, man, it's like
holding yourself accountable on certain things.
That's big. Holding yourself accountable, because even that's what I struggled with as a kid. You know what I mean? And so I'm gonna take a quick break, and we'll get back to it.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right.
Welcome
back. Let's go.
So you got a big time event coming up.
Oh yeah.
You want to tell the people about it? What started it? What is everything about it, bro?
So Renaissance Fire is a show that kind of showcasing all the talents in myself. Renaissance Fire is dismantling and lighting up the flame to everything you know to be true that is keeping you stuck, that is keeping you marginalized, that is keeping you oppressed. Renaissance Fire is lighting up the flame to whiteness, right? Compass that was set for you to think that's how you got to be. Renaissance Fire is realizing yourself. It's a self-realization, coming to true self-realization of who you are as a person. So that's why I said generational wealth starts with healing. You know, you have to heal those traumas and all those things. Renaissance Fire is a curation of my entire life, you know, on how I came here. A lot of people doesn't really know who I am and the battles that I have to fight, you know, the battles we have to fight as Black people, you know. It is showcasing, displaying us in a way that is normally it's not shown, you know. It's always showing us in our trauma, you know, not in a positive light. And Renaissance Fire is dismantling the imagery of what Blackness is, right, and reconstructing it, right, and presenting it in a way where it's a lot more pleasant. You know what I mean? It feels powerful. It feels warm. It feels like love. It feels like passion. You know, that's what Renaissance Fire is about. It's a one big celebration, which is why I'm bringing my friends with me. You know what I mean? to come celebrate with me. Yeah.
Are there people from here and from outside of Minnesota?
Yeah, I got my homie from St. Louis gonna slide on me. You know what I mean? I met him on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cool. He gave me a platform. I'm like, yo, bro, pull up on me. I need you to come. Be a part of this. You know what I mean? I got my homegirl, Mike, come from the Bronx, New York. I met her in Connecticut, but she's in the Bronx right now.
Okay. What kind of artists are these? What kind of art do they do?
Similar to mine.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to mine, but I don't know what they got. They're gonna be showing this time around.
Okay.
But yeah, very similar.
You say dismantle like the image of like blackness. I feel that because when you said that they let it show us, and a lot of movies, a lot of Hollywood is slavery movies, or like Civil War and Africa movies, stuff like that. And so I actually stopped seeing films like that. I stopped seeing films that show black people in chains. That show black people killing each other. Just like I've seen enough of it.
Yeah, and it showed black people as inferior.
Yeah,
and I always say I have the confidence of an Igbo Nigerian man that doesn't take no for an answer. I have the confidence of a white man that is never in danger.
Right.
You know, I have the confidence of the racially ambiguous Negro. You know what I mean? That get what he wants. You know what I mean? Because those are things, right? Because those are like imagery that is built. You know what I mean?
Right.
For us, or whatever. So
you can see that.
Yeah, like you can see that. You're not in denial of it. You know what I mean? There is no but no, there is what it is. You know. But yeah.
You mentioned something, and shout out Waterway, but you mentioned something on there. You have a mind of abundance, and that's something that I hold to my heart all the time.
Yeah.
Especially as a grown ass man. You have to have a mind of abundance. You have to have a mind of there's enough out there for everybody.
Yeah.
And I get that energy from you too.
Yeah. I have the mind of abundance. Like, when I see people, I don't reduce them, right? I lift them up. I tell them, hey, you're playing too small. You're playing too small. Like I'm not comparing. I see potential in you. Level up. You know what I mean? Get your reps up. You know what I mean? This is where you should be at. You know what I mean? I believe in you. And sometimes they're like, damn, like somebody, I see that. Stop playing too small. You're self-deprecating. You know what I mean?
Right.
You are, and I can see you fidgeting. You're fidgeting. What are you fidgeting for, nigga? You know what I mean? I see it. So I will speak life into you, and it's God used me to do those things. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. You're trying to hide something. I'm trying to lie on something right now. It's okay. Own it. Level up. You know what I mean? Because you could be this too. You know what I mean? And that's something I do. So I really believe in that.
I think people are afraid to not be who they think they are.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
And other than being afraid of it, accept who you are every day. You know
right. I mean? Yeah, accept that, bro. Accept that. Accept that. However way, whatever comes. One thing, I remember my father, right? My father's very like book, Mr. Book. I would call him, right? And got all the degrees in the world, right? And I was told that I wasn't gonna get supported. I know I don't think he told me this, but I knew that I wasn't gonna have any back end this art thing at all, ever. And I literally told him I accept the consequences that comes with it. So it started with my father. I spent my entire life trying to appease him, right? I created an entire brand called Incomplete Design. Right, which is because I felt incomplete. My validation, even though I was dope at what I did, I didn't feel complete because daddy didn't validate me. I didn't get daddy's blessing. I literally created a brand that says ICD. So I had this mantle that, because I didn't need for that anymore.
Right.
That's why my name is Flahn mainly. I just mantle that, whatever, you know what I mean? Because that idea, I started, even though my dad wasn't around, I was looking for others.
Right.
You know?
You're looking for that acceptance.
Yeah, from others. And it's like, we're not doing that anymore. You know what I mean? So, and I accept the consequences of me not getting support from the family. Right. I accepted that hard, you know what I mean? And yeah, so if you're gonna accept the consequences of whatever, then your dream becomes real. A lot of people doesn't want to accept the consequences.
Yeah. Or accept the reality of where you are and now start moving accordingly.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, because you can always build yourself up from no matter where you're at. Mm-hmm. You just have to accept the work that will come with it.
Yeah.
And realize where you are realistically, because a lot of times people were like, nah, I'm not bad, or like, I'm doing enough. But like, as you say, then somebody like yourself comes in and be like, bro, no, You could be doing 100, but you're only doing 50
like
right now.
Yeah. Like you said, get your reps up.
Get your reps up.
Get your reps up, bro. Like,
I know, like, I have certain aspirations, right? And like, bro was here right now. If he's an attorney, he's dope as hell. How can I serve you? Shout out Joe. How can I serve you? You make money. You're a millionaire. How can I serve you?
Right.
I'm an artist. I'm making art right now. I need to make some money. You making bread? How can I serve you? Because I want to scratch that. I ain't got no money.
And you know what? The greatest leaders are servers.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you can't lead if you don't know how to serve.
Yes. And that's how you kind of like you allow yourself to be exposed, right? Some people doesn't want to be exposed at all. They rather be just where they're at. Right, and when others come around and are better than them, whatever, they feel exposed, and because they don't want to be scratched at all.
One thing I've also come to realize with a lot of people, it's like some people literally do believe like you have overnight success. They think that like just this one day I'm gonna wake up and everything is gonna fall in place and I'm gonna make $1 million. But it's like with anything, even any skills, whether it comes to sports, painting, like you just gotta consistency and keep on doing it.
Right,
those 10,000 hours. Right? 100,000 or whatever it is, you gotta put that time in.
Yeah, because I'm sure somebody who doesn't know like your situation will look at you and be like, "Oh wow, that guy just did that like that." But it's like, nah, you don't know what he was doing 5 years ago. You don't know where he was sleeping. You don't know what
in the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you don't know. It's a process to this. And I try to talk about that a lot. It's a process to it. People be wanting the end results, but they don't want you suffering.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
There was a meme or like a picture on Instagram, and like crazy you said that. It was a dude who was fat and a dude who was in shape, like in half, right? So like that, and it said, "You don't suffer now or suffer now. Either way, if you don't put the work in now, you're gonna suffer. If you put the work in now, you will suffer.
Yeah.
If you don't put the work in now, you will also suffer.
Yeah, I agree, and I always relate this back to a woman, right? I don't lust after another man's woman. Because I don't know what it is it took to keep her.
Facts.
These chicks are crazy.
You should click step. That's facts. So.
They don't. It takes a lot of work to keep her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like keep this girl happy. It takes a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's a true measure of. I always use them as a thing because my masculinity is measured by how soft and safe a woman could be around me. I don't measure by other dudes. I measure by women. You know what I'm trying to say?
I would even go ahead and say like what you just say there is actually just being in your true masculine. Because typically when we see a chick with another dude, we're not interested anymore. Yeah. It's like, whatever, man. I am not. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I ain't hanging around.
Yes.
You know? Like,
yes.
And I ain't trying to mind of abundance.
Yes. It's a mind of abundance. Exactly. You know what I mean? But the ones that actually want that, the desire that, well, you can have it. You know what I mean? Because trust me, you keep it in, that's all you, but I know you can't, so it's whatever. I'm tripping. That's the mindset I have right now. I don't really compete. A lot of guys when come and want to hunt, I be chilling. I ain't hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's enough out here for all.
There's enough out here for all of us. It definitely is.
And that's just in in opportunities and women, you know what I mean? In business, and you have. That's why I approach everything as can we work together? Can we collaborate? Can we? How do I help you get more exposure? And down the road, we'll work again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it don't stop for me. I think I'm big on putting my arms around people.
No, for sure.
Because people put their arms around me.
Facts. I'm heavy on that. I'm heavy on that. I could meet somebody, like I saw the one in the homies, right? He was pushing merch. Well, he gave me a merch, right? He blessed me with a merch, right? And I blessed him back. I said, bro, because I know the importance of my endorsement, right? So I said, bro, I'll get the camera rolling. I took my shirt off. Did a promo right there.
I saw that.
Right there.
Yeah.
Why waste time, bro? I may not wear this t-shirt again. Right? I may forget to take a picture of it. What we here right now? Do it right now. Let's do it right now.
Right.
I will say my words. I'll give you some energy. We'll post online right now. Use this content right now. Let's go. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid. You know what I mean? And I got more followers than him. Right? But a lot of people, like, they are so in the scarcity mindset that, oh my God, if I share it, then he might give him some love.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And if it gets bigger than you, then shoot. That's only a measurement on you. That's another reflection of what you do.
Yes, your name is on that.
Yeah. Like, it don't matter.
Yes.
You're going to get your blessings no matter what happens.
Exactly. I mean, and I trust God so much to the point, which is why I'm so generous, because what God said he's going to do, he's going to do. I know that for a fact. So,
so.
And
that's, to me, like, I'm not I don't want to get too much in religion, but I believe in God in my own kind of way, and I just feel like if you move in the right way, man, you can get blessed.
Yeah,
and you know when you're doing wrong. You know when you took a corner, you cut a corner, or you lied to somebody, you cheated somebody. You know when you did it.
Yeah,
and it always comes back around.
100%.
No, and that's more of a child. I learned as a kid, like man, just do right. Just do right. And move the way you should move.
Yeah.
And so, so we got away from the event. What's going to be there? Where are they going to be at? What's is there going to be food, drink? How much it will cost?
The event is going to be free. It's
going
to be free. I'm Christian billionaire artist Flahn mainly, right? Right. So God has a way of blessing me. Like he blessed me. Where the camera at? Is it over there?
Right here.
All right. God has a way of blessing me, right? I'm like, Daddy God, please bless me, oh. Please bless me, oh. I got this big event coming, oh. Daddy, oh, please bless me, oh. And when I say God, then just been making things shake, bro. I'm like, I want to invite my friends. They don't want to pay no money. I don't want to charge them a dime. I want for them to actually experience the work, right? And support other artists, right?
Right.
So how can I make this as free as possible? So I've been making phone calls, bro. I had to let me pray and say, Daddy, take away all the pridefulness. Take it. I don't want it. Because remember, I'm an Igbo Nigerian man, right? Right? I'm an Igbo Nigerian, so there's some pride there. Right. So I had to repent that. I take it all away. Move everything away. I got to go be humble and ask for help, right?
Right.
And some people have been blessing me. You know what I mean? I got some sponsors to actually come on board, to endorse me. So now it's going to be a free event. Food, drinks, lots of drinks, lots of food.
Okay.
Now for us to just kick it, man, and celebrate because, you know, it's gonna just ease out everything when it's like enough to go around. You know what I mean? And we can have conversations or have dialogues, right? And if you wanna pay anything, support the artists.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That was my whole point. Support the artists, right? But how can you do that if you like, damn, I gotta how many drink costs, huh?
Right.
Nah, bro, go get your drink, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might come serve you the drink my damn self.
Right.
How do you plan on presenting the artists at this at the event? Like, are they going to be doing like showcasing?
So it's going to be an email, right?
It's going to be an email. So
I
have various platforms that I built additional to what we have. I will be built in, and we'll have 3 to 4 pieces on there. And whatever they sell goes to them. And it just, show love, get to engage with them, engage with the audience. Their job is to come there, do what I do. Basically, I'm showing them, hey, you can do this too, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a platform, not make this freaking money.
Right.
You're gonna sell. You know what I mean? You're gonna sell. I'll give you a platform. Come on, go ahead. You don't got down to the marketing. I'm not asking you to do none of that. Invite your friends to come that's gonna support you. I'm not even relying. I'm not even relying on y'all. You know what I mean? Give me a platform, right? Now open your mouth and speak, right? Like, tell them about your work. Tell them what inspires you. You know what I'm trying to say? Tell them your story and make some money. Because if you don't make the money, I'm gonna make some money. You feel me?
Right.
And that's really it, man. Because also encourage people because people always want what you have, but they don't want to go do their work, right? So I'm kind of like giving them the platform, giving people. I mean, regardless of whether people sell the work or not, at least you have a platform that is presented for you to actually succeed where there is no stipulation at all other than just showing up. You know what I mean? Represent yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're doing something that no one did for you. So man, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. And the artists that usually, I got some artists that actually know what they're doing already, but it's kind of, because there are a lot of rules and regulations of how to enter the galleries and be part of shows, whatever. And basically, I'm not following those rules.
Okay.
I'm not at all. You know what I mean? You gotta, if I like you, then you're gonna come, right? It's not just anybody. If I like you and I want to help you out, whatever, endorse you, then you can come, whatever. Chances are you may not even know how to showcase your work, you know what I mean, in a gallery or whatever, how to go about doing it. Well, you get the chance to look at it here. You might meet somebody that I could put you in a gallery. You know what I mean? So which is why, like I said, I'm inviting as much people as possible to come to check you out, whatever. Make friends, make a relationship. You know what I mean? You could be on this podcast. You know what I mean? Talk about your work. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of just leading by example, right? And what's the business side of it, sponsorship side of it, whatever, all of it, right? You're gonna see it because I'm doing the damn work. I have the paint, I gotta promote, you know what I mean? And I gotta throw in an event, you know what I mean? So you get to see all of it because I'm very open book. That's dope. Yeah.
And I think that's something the city needs, man. We need more people like you out here in the art scene.
Yeah.
Creating opportunities and creating events.
Yeah.
And getting people excited about things, what Minnesota's got.
Yeah.
Because I'll just inspire more people.
Yeah.
That's the greatest gift. That's what Nipsey said, right?
Yeah. We're definitely out here. It's just like I said, people need a similar permission to do it too. And there are art shows that have been thrown, but I don't think there has been one that was thrown away. I will hope this will go right, and I'm giving this to the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's the whole, and maybe somebody might be inspired. Well, I want to do an art show too, you know what I mean? But for me, I'm an artist, right? So I'm not looking to pimp out artists. I'm not looking to, benefit off the artists, right? Y'all gonna make, every dime you guys make, if y'all sell anything, yeah, it's for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the whole goal, whatever. Whereas other people, they want to throw events to make money off the artists, and nah, bro, we're not doing all that. You know what I mean? We are the highest we are the commodity, right? We are to be treated with respect, right, and honor and dignity, right?
The IP.
Yeah, we're ultimate IP. You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, bro, I'm not giving. It's not for free. You feel me? Like so, and I want to encourage others with that because you can talk a good game with it, but you have to show it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And this is what it is I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Hopefully some people be bold enough to do their own shows. You know what I mean? Start waiting for somebody to come save them.
Bro, we need more. We need more shows. We need more networking events, more community events. Like you popped out to my bros event, like Show Love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that right there, it showed me what you're about.
Yeah.
So I'm always down to support you.
Of course, bro.
Support who you bring through.
You talking about Block?
Yeah.
So, of course, bro. Yeah, bro.
So,
definitely, man.
So what do you do other than being Art Bay out here? You know what I'm saying? Throwing events, and what else do you do out here with your free time?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. For the last 3 years, bro, I've been fully immersed in work. Right? I've been making new friends, making new connections, gathering stories. Right, getting to know him, getting to know you. You know what I mean? I know we always go back in passing. I mean, building more relationship, because relationship to me is the ultimate currency, right? You know what I mean? So it's kind of doing that more, and all of it shows up in the work later on. You know what I mean? How to tell a better story. So that's what I've been doing for the last. I'm doing a regular. Whenever you see me, I'm always talking to somebody.
Yeah, you are.
I engage with everybody. You know what I mean? Whether the older women in the building.
That's it out front.
That's it out front. Right, You know what I mean? I talk to everybody, man. So nothing grandiose. You know what I mean? Just being, but my work is the art. At the end of the day, regardless of what I do, I gotta go make art, right? I gotta produce the work because I can't say I'm an artist and I don't have them to show for it.
You're a hustler,
right?
Though, bro.
Yeah, so
like you know what I'm saying. A lot of artists say I do art, but they don't hustle.
Yeah,
you got a hustler's mentality. I can feel it off you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro.
And I appreciate the conversation, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna be at that show. I'm coming in from a flight. I'm gonna pull up to it.
Are you gonna be there? Are you gonna be at the show?
Yeah, can you confirm the date for the people and myself?
Thank you.
And then the location again.
The show is September 9th.
Okay. September 9th, yeah.
Yeah, it's at the A-Mill Artist Loft. Slide.
At what time?
From 5 to 11:30.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, we might go to like 1 in the morning. We don't know, but they can come in the system. The girl's gonna be there.
Y'all heard it. September 9th.
September 9th.
We're here, bro.
You feel me?
A-Mill Artist Loft, downtown Minneapolis.
Downtown Minneapolis. You know what I mean?
Show love, man, because this man been working hard.
Pull up, man. Come show love.
And people there also work hard. Show love. I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, until next time, y'all. This is the Just Rewind podcast.
Let's get it.
Got a lot of context from joining with the art culture out here.
Yeah.
Next time, y'all.
Let's get it.
Peace.
Hey, thank you again for joining us for another episode of the Just Rewind podcast. where we bring context to culture. And I want to give a thank you to the Flow event group and Rick. Thank you for letting us use your space. I want to give a thank you to Judd and thank you to my co-host Lee for helping me out with this episode. And man, a big thank you to Flahn Mountain, man. Appreciate him coming through, man. Discussing his art process, discussing his event coming up, and y'all please show up and show out for him. September 9th at 5 o'clock it starts. So show up, check it out. He's doing something big for the city, something big for the culture. So go support that, man. The description will be down below. And man, thank you again for joining us for the Just Rewind podcast. About to catch a flight, so I'll be back on Saturday night. Try to check that out. So yeah, until next time, y'all. Have a good time. Take care of yourself. Peace.